When it comes to opening vintage toys, it really is a case of now or never. So please stay tuned and I will explain to you in great detail why you really should be opening your vintage toys. Welcome back, and let me start out by saying collect however you want to collect. Don't let anyone tell you that you should open your toys, and never let anyone tell you not to open your toys. I just wish more people had taken on board that philosophy, because had they done so, I may well still have been part of some of these online collecting communities. But with that out of the way, I will tell you why I believe it's a case of now or never for opening your vintage toys. Now, a few months back, I did a video opening this brand new Arcturian from Star Trek, the motion picture. And upon removing him from his sealed package, I was shocked to see both his legs had fallen off. And that was because the knee pins had basically disintegrated over the decades. In addition to that, his head was really sticky. Now, we're all quite accustomed to handling sticky heads, but this was a really sticky mess, and it made me realize that I did the right thing, because had this stayed in the package much longer, I'm quite sure his already gloopy face would have been even worse. And as for the legs falling off, I'm sure the arms would have been next. I've managed to fix him, so he looks good enough, but the point being, these toys were not made to last, and it really is a case of enjoy them while you can. Now, whilst I have this reputation from some elements that I open things on camera for shock value, absolutely not the case. I opened this one recently in private because I wanted a brand new version of this item. I have a used version, it's somewhat broken. I wanted a perfect brand new loose version for my collection, and I found this one on eBay, brand new, sealed. And upon opening it in private, there was no camera running, I was really shocked to see just how bad this sort of gloopiness was, especially on this guy here. Upon removing him from the plastic inlay, there was a horrible pool of gunk behind his head, and the whole figure was really quite sticky. Same thing with the actual driver. Fortunately, he didn't leave quite as bad a pool of residue, but he was still sticky, and despite having given them a good clean, they are rather tacky to the touch. Same thing with the motorcycle. It's absolutely mint. I mean, obviously it should be, it's brand new, but just touching the silver paint, it's sticky, and you can actually, it is coming off somewhat, so I'm not going to do that too much. So, you know, the point I'm getting at is, yes, we all like to look at mint and sealed package toys, but at what cost? I've heard the stories of, you know, sealed Palitoy Action Men figures and the box is rattling. That's because the head has come off because the elastic has just corroded. Star Wars figures, they are turning sticky. I've seen evidence of some sealed on card figures where the bubble is starting to get frosted on the inside. There's visual evidence that things are getting a bit sticky. Honestly, they've done well to last this long. I mean, we're talking at this point 40 years, 4 decades. I would estimate in a further 4 decades, these things will be blobs of gloop in the bottom of these bubbles. And what use is that to anyone? I say, enjoy them while you can. Now, in the case of Arcturian, I fixed his legs, I gave his head a bit of a clean. He is as good as I remember him as a kid. Same with these, I've given them a good wash. They are still slightly sticky, and in the case of the handlebars here, I would not be, you know, playing with it too much because the paint is definitely coming off. But in terms of display, I like to have my toys loose on display because everything I do on this channel is all about recreating childhood memories. And I don't know about you, but as a kid, I opened my toys. So therefore, my collection is all loose. And bearing in mind as well, sometimes the cardboard, I mean, this box is reasonably okay. It's a bit tatty. This one, it's got a big tear here. The plastic, whilst it's intact, is a bit cloudy. Honestly, I think a loose collection looks far more impressive than a box collection, but again, just my opinion. So there you go. Those are my reasons why I believe it's a case of now or never for opening your vintage toys. You may disagree, that is perfectly okay, but do let me know in the comments, what do you think about opening vintage toys? And do you agree that really now is the time to do it before these things start to disintegrate any further? So thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, please share the video, make sure you are subscribed, and stay tuned for more videos from All Things 80s.